Jesse and I one time went to Orlando because he drove me out there so I could buy a car. We've been at this for a while. And at lunch, we went across the street to this pizza place and had lunch. And the waitress, upon seeing us, came up and as we were taking the order, alluded to the fact that we might be a couple. And I laughed because immediately I was like, no, ma'am, that's not the case. I don't partake, but I do support. But I don't partake. I said, but based on that initial knee-jerk reaction of what you saw as you walked up, I said, could you tell me, between you and I, which one of us is the top and which one of us is the bottom? Jesse's a head taller, quite broad, you know, and that lady, without missing a beat, she goes, you're definitely the top. I said, you goddamn right I'm the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gay. But if I was, I feel like being the top would be less gay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to bring up our second and last comic for our headline of the night. Are you guys ready to keep these jokes moving? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we had ourselves a time with this young man a few weeks back, and he's going to bring a great show for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready for your next comedian? Start clapping now. Start clapping now. Out of Tampa, Florida, say hello to James Hollywood!
Thank you, Alex. Hey, how we doing, Joke Joint? Yeah. Of course, Alex, you're the top. You'd be dead if you were the bottom. Did you see that size difference? I mean, only so much they can do, right? Oh, man. So, a little about myself. I recently became an uncle as of last week. Yeah. Yeah, my sister and brother-in-law, they had a kid on a Wednesday, and that meant they had to, call me in to, watch their dog and take care of some contractors that were working on their house, and they were super grateful. They thought I was doing them a huge favor, when the truth is I'm just underemployed and bad at coming up with excuses. Yeah. But no, I was there for them, and now I'm worried that I'm going to have to be there for them all the time to watch their kid. Yeah. So now, the first time I held their kid, I looked them in the eyes, and I just hello there, child. I am your uncle. You are very precious to me. That is why I will share with you all my right-wing viewpoints. And now I don't have to worry about them asking me to watch their kid. Isn't that great? I don't have strong viewpoints, but I'm willing to change if it means getting out of shit. Before the kid, they made me, they kept on asking me to watch their dog and stuff, or anytime they needed to leave town. And this one time they called me up and they're like, hey James, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? And I was like, oh man, I'm not doing anything. And they were like, oh, that's great, because we were gonna go to this party out of town. I was like, oh man, I'd love to go. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, we just needed someone to watch the dog for us. Gee, guys, that's my bad. I should have thought you were inviting me, I probably wouldn't even know anyone from that party, right? And they were like, well, actually, it's going to be everyone from volleyball. Everyone from volleyball? Well, then why wasn't I invited? Well, we're trying to keep it to a tight 8. 8 isn't tight, guys. 9 is just as tight as 8. And they were like, well, look, it's going to be nothing but couples, We didn't want you to feel left out. I feel really left out, guys. Look, buddy, we really got to get someone to watch this dog. There's going to be fireworks. She's going to be so anxious and scared. Well, gee, guys, that was really considerate of the dog's feelings. Yes, you know what? Fuck them. I didn't watch their dog that day. They could go to their party and leave their dog in a kennel for all I cared. Yeah, hate dogs. Okay, this is a pro-dog crowd. That was fun to learn. You'd be surprised how many pro-dog audiences there are out there. Yeah, no. But no, that just meant that they changed their strategy when they asked me for stuff later. So then, the following month, Valentine's Day comes around, and like, hey, James, you want to watch our dog for Valentine's Day so you're not completely alone again? And that worked, I stayed, I watched their dog. And I fucked the shit out of it. No, I'm just kidding. I only got to second base with the dog. She's very prudish. So my roommate, she thinks that I mansplain too much. Have you guys heard this? Where men over-explain things? And, I think that's unfair that women have this phrase for when men over-explain things, but we don't have a phrase for when women do the opposite, which is not explain simple concepts to me, and then get mad when I don't understand the thing. You ever been in this situation, guys? Come on, let's hear it. Yeah, like I'll give you an example. Like apparently, if you don't clean out the lint trap to your dryer, you could start a fire. Well, I didn't know that. And if she had just taken the time to explain that to me, we wouldn't have had a problem, and she would still have a cat. Okay, so we're pro-dog, but we're anti-cat. That's good. That's good information. So many cats die in this bit. I'm kidding. It's just the one. It's just the one. One is funny. 5 or more is too many. Okay. But no, yeah. No surprise here. She also says I'm not very empathetic. It's kind of like being psychic with feelings, if you didn't know. But get this, her idea of being a good person involves that when she feels bad, me and a whole bunch of other people are also supposed to feel bad with her. Doesn't that just sound like a very selfish thing to ask everyone else to do? Right? Like, let's think of this logically. Like, if you're feeling bad, we shouldn't be dragging me down here with you so we can both feel terrible, right? We should be working on getting you up here with me at neutral, where we both don't care about your dead cat. That's just what makes sense, guys. Oh, man. So, I come from a very politically diverse household, so we're always arguing about stuff all the time, talking about current events. We're all over the spectrum, too, so there's never consensus. And my dad was talking about this thing called artificial intelligence and stuff, and he's really concerned that the robots are going to take over, that people aren't going to be running things anymore. And I had to explain to him, Dad, we're not running things now. That's some other group of people, and they suck. If anything, I'm rooting for robot overlords, okay? These guys have 0 wars under their belt. That's a really good record of governance, right? So far, there are 0 supercomputers flying to a pedophile island. I'm with it. I like it. I prefer choosing between Google or Microsoft than choosing between one of 2 old guys with dementia. I feel safer with it, you know? I also think we've been too hard on billionaires lately. That never wins the audience over. But here we are anyways. But hear me out. Like, I'm not saying you have to like billionaires all the time, but I'm just saying sometimes they do cool shit, and we should be supportive of that. Like, remember that one guy who went into the submarine, went deep underwater, got crushed to death, and then everyone was just collectively like, ha 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 ha, you're dead now. That's hilarious. We should have been more supportive of that. He was doing some DuckTales shit, right? That was like, if you have $1 billion and you're not living every day of your life like it's an adventure from Johnny Quest, what are you even doing? How many billionaires are just investing their money and dying peacefully on their deathbed surrounded by family? That's not what you should be doing. Deep sea, underwater adventure, risk your life. That would have been the thing we should have. Remember that Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg fight we were supposed to get? Weren't we all excited about that? Yeah. But you know what happened? You all jumped the gun. You all made fun of him too soon, and then Elon's mother got involved, and he had to pull out. Yeah. I needed that fight to happen. Mark needed that fight to happen. This was his one shot to look cool, and y'all just took that away from him. Okay, no one sympathized with Mark. Fuck Mark. You should be able to afford to look cool, I guess. But no, just imagine, there's some poor billionaire out there. Okay, not poor. But there's just some billionaire out there, looking in his closet, filled with his, all of his gadgets and stuff. And he's just got to be like, you know what? I can't prowl the streets and be a vigilante tonight because everyone's just going to laugh at me. We're never going to get Batman at this rate is what I'm saying. So I've been on a dating site recently, and I was swiping through when I came across this beautiful woman with a bunch of tattoos. And she would have been perfect too, if it wasn't for like the tiniest of swastika tattoos. Yeah. You ever been in a situation where you'll come across a perfect 10, but then she'll have a swastika tattoo and it drops her all the way down to a 7? Yeah. For some people, only as low as a 9. Yeah, that's a groaner. But no, like, you know, the weird thing was, she wasn't white. So I figured, okay, maybe this is like a Buddhist swastika or a Hindu swastika, because, you know, that symbol actually means different things in different parts of the world. Yeah, when I looked closer at the tattoo, it turned out to be a Charles Manson tattoo. So not exactly the religion I was hoping for. Yeah. My roommate, she recently broke up with her boyfriend because she found out that he was cheating on her with 5 different women. Woo! Yeah. And now he's stalking her, which is kind of ridiculous because the whole charm of having a stalker is that they only have eyes for you, right? This is like all the dangers of a normal stalker with none of the respect. You know what I mean? Like ladies, imagine you're in the parking lot, some guy jumps out from behind you, grabs you, drags you to his car, and then when you get there, there's already some other woman tied up in the back seat. Like, wouldn't you just feel underappreciated? Yeah. But we should have known this guy was bad news from the start because he was always really confident when he talked to women. I feel like the only reason people are really confident when they talk to the opposite sex is because they know they're going to be the crazy one in that relationship, you know? That's why I think we should all be tentatively afraid of each other when we approach. Like ladies, if you're talking to a guy, he might seem like a genuinely nice guy, but you got to keep it in the back of your head that he might try to physically harm you one day. Guys, if you're talking to a girl, she might seem kind of nice, but you always got to keep it in the back of your head that she might try to say something that'll cause you to physically harm her one day. So you see, we just all got things we got to be concerned about. I tried getting advice from a pickup artist on YouTube, and his advice was just keep on asking out random women until eventually one of them says yes. That roughly 1 in 50 will say yes. 1 in 50 is a very small success rate. That is a 2% success rate. To give you an idea of how small that is, consider that Stockholm Syndrome affects roughly 8% of the population. Okay, now I'm not saying you should kidnap women instead of asking them out. I'm just saying that's what the data supports. A better way I find, though, is to compliment their eyes. You know? You just look at a woman, you can break the ice very easy, it's non-threatening, you just say something like, hey there, can I just say that you have very expressive and honest eyes? It's a joy to watch you smile. Yeah, see? She gave a quick little glance, you know? It made her partner a little jealous, even better. You know? But that's okay, because you have a nice smoldering gaze yourself to find out. There we go, see? This went from a fight to a threesome very fast. That's what we're here for, you know? My roommate, she tried to hook me up with one of her gal pals, and because she's very left-wing, she wanted me to go to we went on a double date to a gay bar. So me, this one guy, and then the 2 women we were going out with, we would go to this gay bar. Shortly into the night, the 2 women in our party order drinks and then immediately go to the restroom. So now me and this other guy have to watch their drinks. And as that's happening, I'm thinking, oh no, now that all the girls are gone, all these gay guys are gonna start hitting on me. And I'm gonna feel really uncomfortable. And it turns out the only thing more uncomfortable than a bunch of gay men hitting on me is having a bunch of gay men hit on my more attractive friend standing next to me. It wasn't even just the gay guys, you know? It was the straight women who came just to dance. It was the trans people. I was getting passed up by the entire Kinsey scale, okay? What was worse was, me and him, we were talking, we were laughing at each other's jokes. Why didn't they think he was with me? Was this guy so far out of my league that they just thought they could roll in and take my man from me? I got so mad, I chased one of these gay guys out of the bar screaming, hey, you get back here and you compliment my eyes this instant. He did not, as I am apparently a very ugly crier. You have to be able to take feedback if you want to succeed in the dating market. So, but no, in all honesty, I am happy that I'm a little less insecure about gay people. You know, when I was in high school, super insecure about being thought of as gay. Like, I had a gay friend in high school, and I was always worried that if I hung out with him, people would think I was gay too. And it didn't help that he wore these things called Bermuda shorts. You guys know what Bermuda shorts are? Okay, this table does, the lesbian couple. Excellent. So if you don't know, Bermuda shorts are like these really fashionable, tight, short shorts with stylish rips in them and bright colors. And he would always wear these things, and I was worried, oh no, they're gonna think I'm gay too. So I thought of something. I tell him a joke about his shorts, and then maybe he'd stop wearing the shorts. So one day he comes up to me, he's like, hey James, what's going on? I'm like, hey buddy, do they call those things Bermuda shorts because when you put them on, your penis disappears? Yeah, solid. I love this because you're not laughing, but you're giving an applause like, I begrudgingly accept this as funny. But no, it worked, you know, he laughed, I laughed, and he stopped wearing the shorts. Yeah. In fact, he stopped wearing the shorts up into the day he killed himself. Yeah, so, I guess what the shorts really made disappear was my friend. No, guys, I'm just kidding. He didn't kill himself because I made a joke about his penis disappearing. He actually went on to marry my sister. Yeah, and then he killed himself. So it was probably something she said, right? I'm just kidding. He didn't kill himself at any point. He's the brother-in-law that I was talking about at the beginning of this whole routine. So yay! He's not that gay, I guess. Good for him. Yeah, I'm for it. What's the any pickup truck drivers in the crowd? Any pickup truck drivers? We got one. Yeah. You guys, you've made every commute of mine harder. You know, it's like you drive around like you know you're gonna survive whatever car accident you cause. He's nodding along. He knows exactly what he does. Like, if I see a pickup truck driving behind me and I'm coming up on a merge lane, I just swerve off the road and take my chances with the trees. If this guy hits my poor Kia Soul, he's just like hiding me, the car, in the back of his truck and driving off. No one would see us again. I remember when trucks used to haul things other than a person's entire political identity. Now anytime you get cut off by a truck, it's got like 2 Confederate flags on the back, it's got some Infowar bumper stickers. What's worse is if I agree with the bumper stickers, now I gotta change my opinion because I'm spiteful. Like, I used to support the Second Amendment, but now it's I had to give all my guns away at Goodwill. Devastating. But I shouldn't give truck drivers too much grief because truck drivers are good people. They'll actually help you if you have problems. Like, if you ever get caught in a ditch, truck driver friend will pull you out. If you ever need help moving, truck driver friend is there for you. You know what happens if I contact my left-wing friends to help me move? They show up that morning and immediately unionize. Hey guys, I'll get you a pizza if you help me move. How about a living wage? Dick. Anyways, you've all been great. Please give it up for Alex.
Give it up for Mr. Hollingsworth. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring up